big factor for me is the money.
Yeah.
I need to earn a living, and I am not drawn to employment.
Yeah.
And building a career and a body of work through.
And neither am I. as you know,
and I don't mean to imply that you are, but
Yeah.
this is again the contrast too.
Yeah.
You're in your late 20s. I'm 45.
Yeah.
I've had different experiences with employment that have led me to being like committed to
Yeah.
making something like this work, even though I think sometimes, you have to focus on the commerce aspect more than you would want to. Do you think that having your employment situation help to ascertain that wasn't a good fit for you? Or do you think, had you still been doing the freelance stuff with crew work and all that stuff and having been monetized on YouTube, and I know it wasn't like
Yeah.
a windfall or anything, you think there's some possibility that
No,
you would
I
have
mean,
still been in it?
That's probably a big reason, having something that does, like, having, when you are monetizing completely off of the work that gets done, then you are, I'm trying to think of the best way to.
And you're certainly like, don't feel like you have to tread lightly, like you're going to offend me or say something.
No. It's not that. It's more just presenting my thoughts in a clear way. When all the work that you do goes towards making a living.
Yeah.
And if there's still a scarcity aspect to that, I feel like it always compromises what the work is.
Yep.
And, the whole time that I was quote unquote, when I was like doing freelance, and I mean, you continue to feed into the whatever YouTube, whatever Instagram, whatever like networking or that aspect, because you feel like, well, maybe this will take off.
Right.
And maybe this will give me an opportunity or whatever, and then I don't have to feel this financial stress. So having that taken away is a big thing. I'm lucky enough to work in a similar area,
right,
of where I can kind of, like, the conversations we have on this podcast, or the things that I learn outside, I can kind of directly apply to my employment. Mm-hmm. And then, I can also apply those things to the work. And I'm trying to find an even stronger, it's like the word of the day, but an even stronger synthesis between all of these things.
Yep.
To where there isn't a bunch of different, like, walled off corners of my life, but to where there's more just one
flow between them.
Yeah. There's one cohesive whole. And though I do, to answer your question, I do think that there's a big thing that having that stress or that burden lifted from your shoulders of, you have to keep your name out there, whatever.
Right,
you've
relevant
gotta,
and
you've got to stay relevant. I think
top of mind, and
that's having that taken off does kind of let you just, relax a little bit, and you can redefine what actually matters a little bit, in the sense of, what kind of work do I want to create, and only using these platforms as, like, there was no reason for me to make a video every week other than to be like, I want to grow a thing.
Yep.
And the thing, I never really cared about the growth of the thing.
Yeah.
It was more what that growth represented.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when that suddenly, it's like, okay, this isn't gonna be the answer financially, and there's other things that are sustaining you. I was just like, I'm not, there's no reason for me to put out a video every week. And then part of the thing that I got out of just doing the little interstitial videos on there, like, that weren't the more explorative projects, was getting to put my thoughts into words. And then this podcast kind of took that and helped me do that in a way. So that became less necessary. So now it's like, I'm not going to put something up unless I really care about it.
Right.
And, the good that comes from that is you're only going to get stuff that I really actually care about.
Yeah.
So if it goes up, like there was something that made me care enough to be like, I want to share this.
It had been a golden afternoon, and I remember having the familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer and so on.